Are we
Yes,
on? Yes.
we're on, yeah.
Yeah, good morning. Good day,
Listen,
everybody.
listen, morning to you all, and we have a special guest this morning. The last past week, kasi we had acupuncture detox, right? The NADA system,
Yes.
and our friend JJ here was our main mentor.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And taught
trainer
several of
siya.
our volunteers on the system of the NADA protocol, which is so, kumbaga na sa panahon natin, it's so relevant. Minsan iniisip lang natin for detox of certain sector of our society who requires it. But because of living in a highly toxic world,
Mm-mm.
we should
Yeah.
take advantage of what little detox systems that are in available. And actually on a regular basis, I'd say it's so important for people to get it regularly.
Yeah. Actually, when I first heard about talks, my whole concept before was yung cleansing sa mga contaminants sa body. But with the Acu-Detox, it also pala targets the mental, hindi ba? So it's a complete, meron kang physical, tsaka meron ka ring mental. So, with the practicum po na ginawa nila yung mga trainees sa mga people dito sa town ng San Juan, La Union, ay natuwa yung mga mga pasyente. Very grateful yung mga taong nag-participate. Anong mga na-receive natin? AJ, you were there on the ground,
Yeah.
yeah?
So for the past few days, I think the most common feedback that we had was that they had very good sleep. And as we age, with all the toxins that we get from our environment, or for the stressors that we have, very difficult na napakahirap po makakuha ng magandang tulog.
Yan.
So we're really happy. Just even yung sabi nila nakatulog ako ng tuloy-tuloy.
Yes.
That's a big thing already for some of our patients. Some of them felt relaxed.
Mm-mm.
No? Some of them said that there some changes in the way they excrete their urine, or even yung sa mga lumalabas sa katawan po nila.
Mm-mm.
They observed changes, and the sleep and the relaxation was the most common feedback that we had po.
But I was talking with Miss Helen, si Ate Helen from the DOH, and she said that we agree that actually good sleep is essential also for mental health.
Yeah.
Kasi one of the things na mas lalong nakaka-depress sa mga tao is when they are not able to sleep and their mind is so active at night.
Correct.
Di ba? Kaya very good naman na yan ang na-experience ng mga tao. And this helps overall. Tuloy-tuloy rin yung build-up ng good health pag meron good sleep.
Mhm. Because I think when we sleep, that is the time when our body repairs itself.
Yes.
It recharges, but
Yeah.
Yes. Oo.
and it's the time when supposedly we many times in modern societies we take advantage, we take for granted
Yes.
these moments where your body needs to really chill.
Yeah.
Kumbaga,
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
Okay.
and our life was designed that way.
Mhm.
Kaya nga may gabi.
Yeah.
At saka kailangan naman magpahinga ng ating mga organs,
Correct.
hindi ba?
Hindi,
Hindi lang-
yung gabi kasi, katulad ngayon, dahil modern life, puro ilaw at
Yeah.
liwanag.
Yes.
So yung our brain function becomes, nadi-distort yung normal flow ng circadian
Mhm.
clock natin.
Correct.
Correct.
May biological
Even
clock.
even the blue light coming from the cell phone, or even devices
Oo.
that light up in the evening, that affects your yung sleeping patterns, because yung ilang mga chemicals sa katawan natin, it disturbs it. Mahirap tayong makatulog kasi we're
Yes.
always exposed even to yung mga electronic or yung blue
Yes.
light na ini-emit ng devices that we tinker, or when we watch TV,
Right.
we use our laptops.
Right.
Yeah.
So these are things that are very important. Kasi ang katawan natin, may rhythm yun eh.
Yeah.
And a lot of this, the tendency is because many of us tend to live unaware of this biorhythm that your body goes through and its reaction to stimuli that's all around us. The work that you do when you're driving, we always think, sige, nakalipas na ako, pauwi na ako. Pagparada mo sa garahe, akala mo okay ka na. But you don't realize that all of what stimulated you in different levels during the day, negative or positive it may be, stays on.
Kasama mong umuwi
Kaya-
yung mga
Kaya
toxic.
kailangan nga natututo kang okay,
Yeah.
take a break. Or pag nandito na ako, I don't like to hold my cell phone. I have to put this aside.
Correct.
You set a certain pattern of activity that you get used to. Then upon waking in the morning, the same pattern work that you do, but which brings about a positive effect when you're healthy, physical and mental well-being and yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about ngayon yung ating topic for this Saturday, which is be and wellness, no?
Be and
Be-
wellness. Be healthy ba? Or be, oh,
BEE, yung
be-
bubuyog and wellness.
topics, yeah.
Kasi bakit? Kasi merong celebration ng B-Day.
World Bee Day.
World
So,
Day.
alam ninyo,
Celebrate.
okay, to give you a brief on this. Siyempre, as of late, many times kasi we take for granted what bees are actually doing. Do you know that?
Yes.
Marami sa atin kasi pag bees ang naisip natin, naku, may sting ako niyan. Or yun na, or,
Fear.
sunugin yan. I get calls on a regular basis. People that live in urban places. There's a beehive in the tree, or there's a beehive inside their house.
Oo.
The question they always say, how do we get rid of them? First thing, paano namin gagawin ito? Baka ma-sting kami lahat dito. Anong gagawin namin? Ganyan. You know? Even in places in Metro Manila, kasi Manila, no matter what you say, maraming lugar dyan, maraming puno.
Oo, yeah.
Sa Makati, tapos sa Quezon City, even in the old places like San Juan or Wakwak, those
Broadway,
places,
yung mga
you will find,
Leyte Drive.
no matter what, marami pa rin greenery dyan. Siyempre, pag ganun mga uring old trees, obvious ba, they attract biodiversity. And the bees are one of them. So every so often during honey season or migration seasons, the bees move from one place to another after a certain time of the year. These are the native bees especially. Hindi sila nananatili sa isang lugar except yung isang species na tumitira sa bahay talaga. Pero yung mga nakatira sa mga puno, nag-move din eh.
Ay, okay.
Unfortunately, pag nakakita mo, susunugin ka agad.
Kasi baka daw ma-sting.
But let's talk about what the bees actually are doing they're actually doing for us.
Yeah, why are we celebrating today? Celebrate yung bees,
Right.
hindi ba?
Why? To give time to
Oo.
understand. Siyempre, maganda naman sa panahon ngayon dahil information technology mabilis eh.
Oo.
So now we should be adept and to understand more the science behind what bees are doing for us.
Ang alam ko lang sa bees kasi yung honey eh. Pero meron pa bang
Siyempre.
tulong ang nabibigay?
Kaya mahilig ka sa honey,
Oh.
Teka, can you get me honey, please?
Sample
Para may
natin.
papakita ako sa inyo. Kahit dalawa lang, isang dark, isang light. Para makita sa ating mga tagapakinig. Para meron tayong
Exhibit A and Exhibit B.
para malaman ninyo kung effort that is brought to produce. Tingnan natin.
Nakita natin yung difference.
Medyo may kalumaan na yung aming mga takip ng bote na to. Pero the honey that's here is almost 30 years old.
Wow, antique.
Okay? And this was part of my whole display during the times when I had to present shows in the World Trade.
Ang ganda nito, parang
You know?
golden color.
See the color, honey?
And that one's dark. That one's
The
light.
type of trees, the flowers that come from certain trees only. Ay, wag mo na anin yung langgam. So, nakikishare lang tayo. So, alam nyo, pag pinagsama ko itong dalawa na to, at least kulang-kulang mahigit ng kalahating kilo lang. For the bees to produce a kilogram of honey, which is 3 of those, they need to visit 4 million flowers.
Wow, to produce a kilo of honey, 4 million flowers.
So what does that tell us?
Oh, hard work ng bees.
Not only the hard work,
Oh,
for them to produce nectar, nature made it so that their main role is about the reproductive system to produce seeds of plants and trees
as pollinators.
as pollinators.
Oo.
Kumbaga na third party.
Mm-mm.
Kunyari yung grains, hangin.
Yeah.
Pag umihip ang hangin ng palay,
Mm-mm.
may lalaki at babae na bulaklak.
Yeah.
So nakaka-pollination niya. Mga wheat. Basta anything na grain, ganun. Sa hangin ng dadala niya. Pero kapag dating sa mga puno, hardwood trees, fruit-bearing trees, ang pollinators niya, number 1, honeybees.
I see.
Lahat ng makukulay na pagkain na nakikita natin sa ating mga palengke o kaya sa supermarkets, lahat ng makukulay na yan, isipin nyo, the bees took part on making it so those fruits, vegetables, are present.
So without the bees, wala rin tayong mabibili sa palengke.
Every third spoon of food in our mouth is the contribution of bees.
Sila yung yung small but effective contributors sa agriculture, na unrecognized.
Yeah.
Kaya
nga every bee, the life of every bee, which is short, 60 days,
lang.
mahaba na yung maabot sa nadadagdagan sila during winter in the other countries, may hibernation. Pero sa Pilipinas, kapag sinabi ito in life expectancy, they're tropical. Nasusunod talaga yan. Kasi sa lakas ng kanilang trabaho, from the day they're born until the day they, the last flight, they are working.
Yeah.
That's why they're called busy as a bee nga.
Oo.
So
to produce that 1 kilo of honey, you said equivalent to 4 million flowers.
Yeah.
So, how many bees kaya naman ang nagtrabaho
okay. And
para ma-produce yung, let's say, an amount of honey? Magkano yun?
every bee will produce a teaspoon of honey
Oh.
in her lifetime.
Yun
She would have
lang.
flown an equivalent distance of 3 times around the world
Many flights.
to do that. Kaya when you start to think of these things, you feel, wow, it's amazing. And then yes, they work as a team,
As a community.
Yeah.
As a,
whole community,
Oo.
and it's highly organized. Kasi to be able to produce to the deliverables nila sa kanilang output, sa kanilang work, in to the preservation and the balance in nature, they're highly organized.
Mm-mm.
There's a way they communicate. There's a way they say, oh, there's an emergency. There's a way they would say and communicate, oh, nandito yung source ng pagkain.
Mm.
Or there's a way that they would say, oh, may lason na napasok sa atin. O may intruder. May mga ganun yan. So you will find most of these colonies are highly, kumbaga, it's a complex organism that lives together by the thousands.
So they show, as a community, meron silang kanya-kanyang work,
Role.
may role, and they all are dedicated to fulfill, and they work for the welfare of the whole colony.
Yes, it's not just for themselves.
Oo.
Even let's say, knowing how long their lifespan is, they'll collect nectar during the nectar season, which is summer.
Mm-mm.
But daily there's work. But blooming time kasi sa atin, tag-araw.
Mm-mm.
Pag namumulaklak ang mga nara, namumulaklak yung mga bungang kahoy, kikita natin, tsaka yung mga hardwood trees natin, at wag natin lang pansinin yung mga puno. Ngunit tingnan rin natin yung mga halaman na maliliit, yung mga undergrowth.
What plants are very good or very much loved by the bees.
Kunyari, nectar producing here in the Philippines, number one is Nara,
Our national
the
tree.
national tree. Tapos, the blooming pattern of Nara is shorter, but, maraming, let's not talk about the trees kasi kung hindi ako matatapos ng araw.
But I was
Let's
in
talk about bees.
Manila.
But anyway, Nara is
Time
blooming now.
na right now.
Right.
Ang bango-bango pala.
Yes.
Bango-bango. Kaya nga binanggit ko yung Nara. Dahil lahat kayo ngayon, kailangan matuto naman tayo. Kung tayo nakatingin sa lupa palagi. Kasi kadalasan, pag tayo nakatingin sa lupa, sige, sa lupa ka matitira. At tumitingin ka naman paakyat. Nakikita mo yung mga puno, ang ganda ng mga bulaklak.
Yellow yung mga flowers nila. Ang
Yeah.
bango-bango.
If you're in the Cordillera, it's sunflower.
Sunflower.
But there are other sources. Mangga, nyug, and ito na yung bunga kahoy. Tapos, siyempre, iba-ibang uring mga bunga kahoy, iba-ibang uring honeybees at insekto ang pupunta dyan. Pero yung highly organized na talagang very efficient pollinators, they were designed to do that, are honeybees.
Galing. Pati yung mangoes natin.
Oo.
Kaya tayo maraming
Yung
mangoes.
kanina, hawak ko na honey kanina, yung isa.
Oo.
Yung maitim, mangga yun eh.
Oh. And the lighter color.
Yeah, the thicker one is mulabi.
Mulabi.
And the lighter color one is this way of sunflower. Meron pa nga water white honey ang tawag nila.
White honey.
Galing sa Cadena de Amor.
Uy.
Pag meron ka namang pulot ng niyog, ang amoy ang lasa at ang amoy niya, bukayo.
Ay, masarap. Meron na siyang natural flavor. Okay.
Batiin natin ito kasi kung hindi na ako makakabati sa inyo. Okay, Bert Pasqua, good morning to you. Gopi, good morning. Si Nat, nandito siya. Nag-aaral ng acupuncture yun.
Si Kat.
Mira, here.
Kat.
Minerva, good morning to you. Melina, good morning.
Si Ver is greeting us from...
Si Marisa Tamayo.
Oh, may tanong pa.
Kanina ko pa hinahanap din. Miss ko na eh. Si James Bond from the US, good morning to you.
Si Aurora, si Aurora Garcia and Ligaya Dizon, Erwin Carino, and of course, our Marisa Tamayo. O, yun, sagutin mo yung tanong.
Yeah, tanong.
May
Di ba
tanong.
matipid din yung bees? Never sila kumakain more than they need. Totoo yan. O may kwento naman ako dyan para napo-proof. May proof yun.
Oh,
For example, dito sa Lotus Valley, marami kaming mga native bees. Yung mga pokyutan at saka laywan. Yung pokyutan, ito yung malalaki yan. Tsaka hindi nyo basta inaalagaan yan dahil medyo may tapang. Ngayon, sa panahon ng ganito, kasi when I was growing trees here, starting to grow trees, being a beekeeper, I planted the nectar producing trees. And I knew who they are, yung mga puno. Nara, siguro mga 5,000 puno yata yung tinanim namin. Hindi lang dito, kundi sa Karatig area. Ngayon, namumulaklak na sila. May edad na sila na more than 5 years old. So bulaklakan na ng bulaklakan. Bumalik ngayon yung mga native bees dito. Kasi nalaman na nila, feeding ground. Maraming source ng pagkain silang pwedeng makuha. At saka hindi lang few days. Kung hindi, mahabang panahon at maraming honey ang makukuha nila. So it became a transit part. Kasi mga pokyutan, nagmamigrate yan.
Talagang hanap
They
sila.
become a colony. A big one during honey season, they split up. They swarm.
Oh,
So yun ang kanyang behavioral patterns. So dito sa amin, alam namin, malapit na. Nandito na sila, nakabalik na. Nagbabahay sila sa mga puno. Kaya pag nag-switch ka ng ilaw, lumadating sila sa gabi. So alam mo nangyayari? Hindi sila makauwi. Madilim eh. Minsan nagkakamali kaming naiiwan bukas yung ilaw. Kaya nga dito sa lugar, bawal mailaw eh. Madilim dito sa gabi. It has to do with not disturbing the wildlife. So what happened is these bees, pupunta sila sa ilaw, magpapatay kami ngayon. So nangyayari niyan, kung saan sila abutan, mag-stay put na sila hanggang the next morning. But alam ko yung stock ng pagkain nila, hindi sapat na aabot hanggang the next morning. So kadalasan yan, kung nakakapit, nakadapo, mahuhulog sa sahig.
Mhm.
Makikita mo sila sa umaga, nandun sila sa sahig. So, ang gagawin ko, magdadala ako ng honey, isa-isahin ko silang pakakainin.
Wow. Wow, para ma-rejuvenate.
Tapos lalakas na sila, oh sige, may enough na lakas na kami para kami makauwi.
Mhm.
So ganun ba rin yung mga ibang bees na yung
Sa field.
sa field, pag kinulang na sila ng pagkain,
Hindi, o kaya
energy,
inabot sila ng gabi.
pag inabot na
Kunyari, I'm
gabi.
gathering nectar now. Ay,
Oo.
kawawa ang bees pag nangyayari yun eh. Kasi sa isang araw, yung bee flights, ma-average ng 40 to 50 flights per day.
Mhm.
Pabalik-balik.
Balik-balik.
Balik-balik.
So minsan, yung mga last flights nila, aabutan sila ng dilim.
Mm.
So nagtatago yan sa mga ilalim ng dahon.
Mm.
So doon sila magtatago. Ngunit dahil last part of the day na, yung nectar secretion ng halaman, eh mas kakaunti.
I see.
Kasi yung init ng araw ang nagbibigay ng para mag-produce ng nectar at mag-secrete sa bulaklak.
Oo.
So during the peak heat of the day, yung may talagang kataasan ng araw, ang daming nectar niya. So minsan inaabot sila sa hapon.
Mhm.
Kakaunti na yung nectar stocks nila. Magsisilaw sila.
Mm.
Pag umuwi yan, first labas ng araw, uuwi na yan. Minsan nga hindi na nakakauwi yan. O minsan nakikita yan, nasa ground patay. Nagko-crawl na yun.
Mhm.
Tapos minsan makikita nyo yan. Yeah? They're so into doing what they need to do for us that you will find that some of these bees, when they come home, punit-punit na yung mga pakpak.
Wow.
Kasi hindi lang naman sila magtatrabaho para labas-pasok sa araw. Hindi. Pag uwi pa nila, lulutuin pa nila yung honey.
Mm.
Wow.
Tsaka, okay,
At saka meron, I heard the story, may kamikaze, they commit kamikaze, yung ano, meron silang sense of defense for their
Oh, yeah.
colony.
when there are intruders,
Oo.
wasps trying to enter, meron silang defense mechanism. You will see them right away. They will release the smell of the poison that they carry, the venom,
Mm.
to scare away the intruder. Eh kung daga, hindi naman nila maamoy yun eh.
Mm.
O kaya kung wasp, bale wala. Yung wasp, matibay din yung katawan, may panlaban sila. So, dudumugin sila ngayon. Hindi na cluster. I mean, pinapatay. They'll try to sting them to death.
Mm.
But the problem is, when bees attack, kasi na-sting tayo, maganit yung balat natin. So, pag kumalas si bee, naiiwan yung sting
Stinger.
sa'yo. Pero kung insekto yon, in-attack nila ng stinger nila. Pag withdraw nila ng stinger,
Intact.
intact pa rin.
Mm.
So you will see.
So pag naiwan yung stinger, dead ball na si si B, hindi na siya makasurvive.
Kasi our friend here, JJ, is an anthropologist. So syempre,
Mhm.
titingnan na natin kung, okay, what do you think? The relationship between bees and humans. Di ba? May
Yeah.
question na gano'n eh.
Opo. Well, we often said a while ago, di ba? We can even compare our lives as humans with the bees. Di ba? So, we are organized as a community, have our own roles, and then we forage, and then we eat at home. Parang pumunta ka ng market, you get some
Oo.
ingredients, and then at home, magluluto ka pa. Diba? This is the sacrifices that people do to make their home functional.
Mm.
And then the honey, para po siyang bonus, right? Kasi supposedly for them,
Oo.
pero dahil sa sipag nila, they get to share it with us.
Oo.
Parang ang question ko lang po, Sir Toby, Tito Toby, is parang how much has it changed yung lives ng mga ordinary lives of people? Yung pag-aalaga o yung pagpa-preserve ng bees natin.
Yeah, definitely. Because of many of us in our societies throughout the world, nagbago ang buhay natin eh.
Mhm.
We become, kumbaga, more detached to the natural world.
Mhm.
Yeah. The world of nature,
Mhm.
which is comprised of so much trees, insects, and all of that. So, naging urbanized tayo. We only look at nature as a source for food
Mhm.
for us. but never looking into it as something that we should be caring for.
Yeah.
And as to become stewards. So the changes as is seen. We live in a toxic world. The bees too are very susceptible to being poisoned.
Yeah. Mhm.
So they're also victims of this
They're victims of
pollution.
modernization and the habitat loss.
Mm.
Where the
Right.
habitat is the forest
Yeah.
for them. So when there's depletion and degradation, so you will find many of the wildlife, bees included,
Mhm.
are also going through the difficulties of surviving.
Mm.
Mhm.
Now, we'd also use some of the human practices before of hunting them
Ah.
and collecting the honey
Mhm.
Sa mga forest.
with the limitation of their habitats. So this is also contributing because yung ganun na practice, massive yung casualty sa kanila.
Mhm.
Because yung system, anong system ginagawa?
Sinusunog kasi.
Sinusunog ng mga what do
So
you
walang
call it?
matitira doon.
Honey hunters.
Walang matitira doon. You just basically kill the whole colony. And you don't even give them a chance to be able to recoup and recover.
Mm.
Kasi sinunog mo na nga sila, kinuha mo pa yung pagkain nila, kinuha mo pa yung brood nila. Kasi may
Mm.
practices na kinakain yung brood.
Ah.
High protein kasi.
Yeah.
So as you see, when you have this situation, and plus, definitely the agriculture contributed
Yeah.
Mm.
greatly
Mm.
to the demise of honeybees, simply because of the toxicity of the agriculture that has been practiced in the last 50 years.
The use of mga
Pesticides.
pesticides, the use of even yung mga bloomers yung flower, pag bloom ng mga
Mm.
trees like the mango trees, they spray the trees. And also of course yung GMOs, no?
Yeah.
That nakaka-destroy nung system nung
Yeah, yung genetics
yung
nila.
genetics.
Kasi may mga gamot na hindi nyo makikita sa, kasi naging ganyan yung mga technology pagdating sa mga
Mm-mm.
pest control, insect control. May ingest. So it attacks the nervous system. And in doing so, bees are very good communicators.
Mm-mm.
There's thousands of them in a colony, but they can work in unison
Mhm.
and focus on their work.
Mm.
So the guys who devised all of this to control the insect populations, agriculture, they figure out, so hindi na natin problemahin yan in the future. I-attack na lang natin yung nervous system ng insekto
Mhm.
para mabago yung genetic system niya. Hindi na siya makamultiply, hindi na siya
Mm-mm.
makadami. So,
Magiging mutant na yung
mamatay na lang.
Oo.
So, yung nangyari, nagkaroon ng problema sa buong mundo. It started in the 1970s. Matagal na to eh. Commercial beekeepers knew how climate, the agriculture practices have changed. Kasi most agriculturists, especially those who grow orchard, nuts, sa atin, coconut, kailangan niya, kape,
Mm.
mangga, kailangan mo lahat yan eh. You need insect pollinators. Nangyari, we started to notice that the bees started to disappear in our colonies.
Mhm.
Kaya ang tawag ito, disappearing bee syndrome
Mm.
or colony collapse syndrome, dalawang klase. Meaning, I'm a beekeeper, I go to the bee yard, I have 100 colonies here. Each box is full of bees. I come back in 2 weeks to check my colonies, doing routine check. You go there, there's no bee.
Wala na.
And then there's no trace of them that's dead. Kung nalasa, makikita mo eh.
Oo nga.
Ito wala. Disappearing bee syndrome. Kaya tawag doon. The bees suddenly disappear.
So umalis sila dahil may sakit sila or dahil or
Genetics and all of
sa
that.
system nila, hindi na sila umuwi.
Hindi na nag- But for so much, it's still, what else is still being done is still, hindi na figure out yan eh. Hindi na kompleto ang studies tungkol doon. But nakita yung impact. Nadama yung impact. Biglang yung mga growers in Europe, all over the world, lumiliit na yung mga bunga. Nagiging bubot na lahat.
Mm.
Kasi kapag walang pollination, walang seed setting yan, and maturity. Kasi yung transformation niya from bulaklak, kanyari, female male, kasama yan, magiging seed, di ba?
Mm.
Kapag walang pollinators, bahala ka na kung ano mangyayari. So, mamumunga siya, pero makikita niya, punong-puno ng manggang bulaklak yung puno.
Oo.
Pero pagdating nung pitasan, may malaki, may maliit, may bubot, may hindi tumuloy, tapos bilang ang bunga.
Dahil kulang sa bubuyog.
Walang pollinators.
O walang pollinators.
Self-pollinate lang.
So that is really kita natin yung effect ng disappearance from our food situation.
In the world today, the honey is, like I say, it's the most expensive sweetener.
Mm.
I was about to ask nga po, how big is the demand for honey?
The beekeepers, on average, would produce 1 billion pounds of honey a year
Hmm.
throughout the world. It's almost 500 million kilos of honey.
Ganun karami.
Yun ang demand.
But you see also, honey is not just a sweetener. It's also something
Medicine.
taken as medicine. No, in fact, it's considered in researches anti-inflammatory, antifungal, antibacterial. And even, alam naman natin, some people here, we use honey and garlic together to treat cough, you know. And even without the garlic, pwede pa rin yung honey to treat this mga ubo-ubo. And also for wound healing. Pag mayroong mga, kahit sa burns, no, yan ay ginagamit topically to heal the wound, you know. So, ang galing kasi, hindi lang kakainin natin because we want sweetness, but because also meron din siyang medicinal effect for healing. So, very large
Definitely,
contribution.
You can imagine the amount of flour put into a spoon of
Yeah,
honey,
yeah. So, wag natin.
the nourishments and everything. You can imagine. And ako, I don't want to even think about it. I'm just a believer that, nature has a way
Yeah.
to give you so potent.
And this is
Healing.
this has been proven. Like,
Mm-mm.
this is traditional use, eh.
Oo.
And you find this in
Ancient,
the environment,
Oo.
and maybe some societies or groups of people have passed this down from
Yes.
one generation to another because they found it useful.
Yes.
They observed the effects. So
Yes.
Yeah, plus biblical times, nandiyan na yan eh. I mean, history-wise, pag
Yeah.
you go back to the Egyptian time, yung
Honey.
pyramid, nandun, may mga honey jars.
Considered yan,
Yeah.
a valuable item. Meron tayong mga yung mga comments from our audience. Si Ligaya saying, Sir, balita ko po naghahanip kayo at pure honey talaga.
Naku,
Yes.
nag-order na.
Pwede po mag-order ng 4 na jars. Sige. Let's help si Ligaya. Magtutulungan si Ligaya dahil talagang for sure, pure talaga. Hindi ba? And then si Kath, sabi, good morning. Good day. Si Chef Spiritu. Si Thomas from Angeles. And si Yogi, watching from San Pedro Laguna.
Sabi nga ni Catrex, pag na-disappear daw yung bee sa ating planeta, sa globe, ang buhay natin.
No
Actually,
life.
sinabi ni Einstein, yan, binanggit niya, no more bees, no more pollination, no more plants, no more animals. Kasi people tend to think, okay, kung walang gulay, they will eat some, but they don't realize what animals
it also
eat the vegetation
Oo.
to survive.
Sabi ni Melina, ang honey po ba ay pwedeng ilagay sa ref? Ano sagot natin, sir?
Pero hindi. Basta totoong honey, okay lang. Hindi mo na kailangan refrigerate.
Paano yung malaman kung ano yung totoong honey?
Siyempre, maraming phosphorus test.
Yeah.
Napkin test. Marami pa silang test eh. I can warn everybody, in the Philippines, 97% of the honey is sold in the market.
90%.
97%. Ano na yan? DTI na, tsaka DOT. Nag-check.
Yan.
The na ano nila na some of the honey is adulterated. Most of this is adulterated.
I think the best thing is to know your beekeeper, your
Mm.
source.
Marami na rin naman
Oo.
beekeeper eh.
Oo.
Pero siyempre, tatanungin nyo rin yung mga practices. Mas mabuti. Nyo. Siyempre. You know, we've been raising bees in the last 42 years. And mind you, it's not getting any easier simply because of the toxicity of our environment.
Oo.
And we're just there for the love of bees and to conserve and preserve.
Yeah.
We have to do all of our part here. We cannot just be neglectful and not think that, oh yeah, we can live without honey. But it's not the honey.
Oo.
We have to protect the bees. They're keystone species. Pag sinabing keystone, pag nawala yan, ang daming apektado.
Mm.
Sa society, sa ating in the natural system, like in the ocean, mawala si pawikan, ganito ang mangyayari. Ito yung impact niya. Ngayon, si bees, pag nawala sila, ganito ang mangyayari. Pag, si ibon, pag nawala ito, itong contribution niya. Si puno na ganito, itong ginagawa niya. So, when you see this situation beginning to, kumbaga, our system is degrading. That's why a big move to make sure the bees are protected. On my part nga, ano na ako, all about conservation.
Yeah.
Protecting of the wild honeybees.
But now, the key to our survival is the survival also of the bees
Mm.
and the other species,
Species
yeah,
that
that are
connect.
connected. That with, sabi ni Yogi Padilla, honey is also used in skincare aesthetics. And then Marisa says, mix honey with lemon rind, ginger, a little turmeric in a mix a teaspoon with a cup of warm water and sip daily to boost your immune system. Sarap-sarap ng drink na yan. May lemon ka na, flavor, may ginger, at saka turmeric. O sa jar, you can keep this, mix a whole batch, no? And then every day just get a teaspoon. And then, tsaka para hindi naman every day ka nagpe-prepare ng concoction natin. So yan, for the immune system. Lalo ng ito, merong summer flu, tapos magkakaroon ng rainy season flu. Yan ay very good for the immune system. Sabi ni Patrick, good morning, go Palakas.
Siguro po, I'd just also like to share in our field po of medical anthropology. One of the shifts actually is to not focus on humans, but also focusing on other species like plants and animals.
Oh, yan.
Because they actually contribute to our
Mhm.
well-being.
Definitely.
So if you don't find this kind of plant in the environment, so where do you get your source of certain nutrients that you need? Don't find this certain insect or animals. May magiging absent naman din sa plants. May magiging absent din naman na ibang animals that can nourish you with their whatever they produce. So yung ganung relationship natin with our environment is very important because we are not the top species, the most important species in the planet. Akala natin, nandun tayo sa top. Pero
nabaliktad dapat.
sa our individual wellness is connected also with the well-being, hindi lang nung natin, but also of other species that surround us.
Yes. So, alam niyo, hindi ba, there are groups of cultures, kunyari sa malalamig na lugar, Alaska or, you know, limited yung kanilang pagkain, right? So makikita nyo, konektado sa life expectancy nila. Sa mga lugar dapat na mas diverse yung pagkain, nakikita natin yung longevity nandun. It has to do with, one of it is the diversity of food that currently are taking in. Minsan naman, siyempre nakikita rin natin, siguro sa ating bansa, pansinin na rin natin na sa buong mundo rin, ang ating agrikultura naging kumbaga tumugon sa kailan lang na uring pagkain.
Oo, monocropping lang.
Kaya, this also like JJ is saying, yung dami ng at uri ng pagkain na kinakain na, mas lalo kung mahilig pa tayo mag-import, sana local.
Yeah.
Kasi sa local, mas lalo sa ating bansa, maraming iba-ibang uri ng pagkain.
It's sad nga rin po that in some areas, because of monocropping, instead of the immediate environment supporting your daily life, what they do is they buy yung ibang mga
He was
gulay.
saying, yeah.
Instead na kung ano yung tanim mo, yun yung kakainin mo. Sabihin mo, magtatanim ka para sa iba, tapos yung kikitain mo, pambibili mo ng gulay na gusto mo.
Yes.
Or in fact, nandiyan naman ang lupa.
Yes.
But that is society, how society also changed our
Yung transformation niya,
Yeah.
nag-evolve siya sa ganun eh.
Mm.
So, sana nagpunta lang ako sa palengke. Yung ganun, instead of your backyard. Is store.
Sabi ni Yogi, you can never go wrong if you take care of a garden, even if it's limited. So it can also help like the insects, which can also get nectar from the flowers of trees.
Spot on. That's it.
True.
That's the way to go, man.
Oo.
You know, we're running out of time here and sabi sa inyo eh, dalawang topic eh. Pag bis yung binuksan nyo, ay nako. You know,
Sabi ni Toby, 15 minutes lang daw siya magsasalita.
kaya kakapal yung libro na sinulat sa science pagdating sa bubuyog. Yun yung mga una.
Yeah.
But nakita natin na kapag kayo ay nag-alaga, kung ano lang, mas lalo, you know, there are certain points that we like na the bees can imbibe and help us as a society.
Yeah.
When they're busy buzzing so much, it means they're working at unison and because it's nectar season.
Mm.
When the buzzing is quieter, they're conserving energy.
Oh, wow. Galing.
So tingnan nyo, up to the times.
Mm.
And they know to conserve food.
Mm-mm.
And they live in harmony with one another.
Yan, magandang lesson. Everybody,
just-
harmony with others.
Ayoko na rito. Ako'y itinakwil ng aking. Nami mga ganun pa eh. No.
Drama.
May drama rin sila.
Hindi.
Sabi ni Marisa, that's such an important point. We share this planet and we all have a role in its balance. We all have to work in harmony to keep each other safe and healthy.
Okay.
True.
Maraming salamat sa inyo. Maraming salamat kay JJ.
Maraming salamat din
Thank
po.
you.
Ang laki
Toby.
contribute sa amin.
Oo.
Alam nyo, he's a very good healer. And he teach this not just to healing himself, other people know. You know, because he teaches everybody how to heal themselves and to take good care of others. That
Yes.
so mabuhay ka, JJ, and everybody else who
Thank
came
you.
today.
Maraming salamat po for having me. I really enjoyed po.
Pangkalusugan, pangkalikasan, go Palakas!